Great day for Central Ohio. It's these are the most exciting, forward-looking jobs that you can find anywhere in the country. It's another example of the wins that we're starting to get. The state of Ohio involved very directly here, working with New Albany, working with the founder. But there's a lot more to come. But this is just a good stepping stone to the future for Ohio.
Governor, you've talked about privatizing the Ohio lottery and said that this was something you weren't maybe as sure as what you think should happen there. What do you think the budget will look like in terms of the lottery, and has your staff looked at it?
Yeah, we never wanted to privatize the lottery. There's just operations of it can allow the lottery to be more successful. I don't know exactly where that provision stands, but I understand that we're getting very close to wrapping up the conference committee. The people and my staff have been included. In fact, Tim Keene, the director of the budget, says maybe more than any time in recent Ohio history, we have good collaboration, spending's under control, the reforms, so many of the reforms we want are going to happen. We just had something happen the other day that is historic, sentencing reform. Politicians put this off for 25, 30 years. Somebody's involved in a crime that doesn't involve an attack on a person, maybe a property crime, maybe a drug use crime. Lock them up in prison. They come out being worse than they ever were. We have 12,000 people who go to prison every year who are in there for less than 1 year. And by us being able to have sentencing reform, we reduce the total number of people in our prisons. We have more money to do and to support community activity, and we got a chance to turn a lot of lives around while keeping the public safe. This is fantastic, and this comes about as a part of our budget. So this budget is easy. It's easy to think of it in terms of numbers. It is it has to do with numbers, but it has to do with, like I say, some of the most massive reform ever seen in the state, and some of the most massive reform in the country. And it's very exciting. We expect that we will have something done next week. Invite you all out to the press conference.
Do you expect Mark Kwame to leave the office to go run Jobs Ohio?
Yeah, at some point he'll be leaving the state. I don't know if we have a date on that. Mark will be involved in Jobs Ohio. We'll be announcing at some point the board, which we're very excited about. But the purpose of Jobs Ohio is to have people who can move quickly to respond to the calls of business. I can tell you I've seen a lot of disappointments that things have not worked out because we weren't able to respond at the speed of business. Too many drop calls, too many things that weren't thought through right. So when you have an operation that has the resources to hire really good people and to free them up to do their job, it's going to result in, I believe, significant economic progress for the state. And we're thrilled to have Mark Kwame here. We're thrilled to have Mark Patton here. He's here with me today. He's another Silicon Valley guy. We're thrilled to have John Miner in town. We're building a good group, but I think we're just starting that.
Did you mean going home to California, or did you mean going to run Jobs Ohio?
Well, I mean coming from California to here to help us to rebuild the state. And I think people come because they're excited. They see that we don't do a lot of navel gazing. That you got a good idea, we're going to move on it, and it's all good. It's excitement.
All right, Governor, coming to the forefront right now has been this issue of Senate Bill 5, the referendum splitting up in the ballots. What's your take on what's going on right now?
I'm focused on the budget, and in terms of that, I haven't even read the story, so I don't know who these sources are that write this stuff. I just don't know anything about it.
So you have no knowledge of any kind of push to split it up on the ballot?
No, I'm not involved in that at all.
Okay, and what about the voter ID issue right now? I mean, obviously...
Well, we'll see what comes out of the House and the Senate, and...
You support it?
Well, I support two things. One, making sure more people vote, but also make sure that we have people who are voting who are supposed to be voting. So you want honest and fair elections, and you want wide participation. So we'll see what they produce for us.
Sir, question. Has the state looked at the fireworks law? Other cities are changing, other states are changing the law. Have you considered changing
Listen, folks, we're boiling the ocean here in Ohio trying to create jobs. And I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about fireworks, to be honest with you. We have, we got the big red, white, and boom here in Columbus, 1 million people. We've got great community fireworks displays. We're going to have fireworks at the state fair. It's a lot of fireworks. So we really haven't thought too much about whether those laws need to be changed. But here's what is important. You want to have safety. You want, kids fooling around and not being supervised, and and losing a finger, having an eye, losing an eye. So we want to have a safe and fun 4th of July. So at this point, nobody has convinced me that we need to change any laws. But what I would recommend is that everybody attend their community fireworks displays and get to those 4th of July parades, and that's all cool.
Do you think Invest Ohio will make it into the budget?
Yeah, I'm optimistic. Yeah, I'm optimistic that most of the reforms that I'm told right now we're doing really well. And but we're a team. It's a team effort. Privatizing some of the prisons, hopefully being able to take advantage of the turnpike, moving the liquor profits out of the state of Ohio and moving it into Jobs Ohio. These massive changes in K through 12 education, taking the cap off of charters, increasing vouchers, teacher evaluation. We're inviting teachers to come in and participate all over the state. It's a 2-year process. The Medicaid programs that are allowing seniors to stay in their homes rather than having to go in a nursing home. There are just so many reforms in this budget that are good for the folks that we're all excited. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, everyone.